By no means would I say that I was drunk or that my judgment was like questionable. Good morning, everybody. I just woke up with the urge to make a video, but not with an idea. Welcome to my life as a YouTuber. And to touch on something quickly, I was once on a panel and somebody said,
well, like, being a YouTuber is not the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's not the hardest thing in the world. However, it has its own challenges that a lot of people don't recognize. One of the biggest ones being coming up with content consistently. Now, luckily, the stuff that I make is stuff that I truly love to do, so it's not as difficult when you actually love to do what you want to do. Which, if I'm gonna tie this into like being inspirational, that's why it's important to be yourself and do you versus doing somebody else. Anyways, I got a couple things I wanna do today and I'm like, well, you know what, I might as well film this. If you guys like it, great. If you guys don't,
suck my ass.
Charlie here definitely needs a walk. Why is my D not lit up? I think we're gonna go with, let's do purple. Purple looks cool. I need to clean up my place a little bit. It is getting kind of a little messy, as you can see, like, whoa. I do have this art project, which I've talked about in past videos, that I wanna complete today. I will be going out to my parents' house, which my last video was shot at. It's a busy day. Let's get to it. Charlie, let's go outside. He's already done his poo, now he's going for his pee. My man. This is weird. Okay. Charlie has been walked, now it's time to clean. Let's go. Okay, and just like that, it's pretty much done. This right here is the artwork that I'm actually gonna bring to finish today. I would usually move my piano, but I'm going to quickly show you guys something I just learned. Oh, forgot this. Much cleaner. So last week I saw this band called Laney, L-A-N-Y. A lot of you guys might know them actually. I feel like a lot of you guys would. I've talked about them before, I've tweeted about them before. They've got this really nice song called I Love You So Bad that like I would really want to learn on the piano, and so I finally figured it out. Let me get the sustain going 1 second. Let me just skip to the chorus then. So it goes like. This is the chorus. Like, you messed up in life, that's okay, you know? I'm not down about it. Put the piano away and go to my parents' house where I'm gonna finish the rest of that piece. Actually, sorry, buddy, you need breakfast. Okay, let's do it. Okay. We got our art here. So we made it to my parents' house. We're also known as like the place that I shot my last video in. I came here because I don't really have any place that I can really do spray painting in my house. On my balcony I can, but it's just not ideal. And this place isn't too far from where I live. I wanna show you guys what the plan is for this piece. I believe I've talked about this in a video before, but what I've got here is a bunch of comic book sheets that are glued to a piece of plywood. And I wanted to spray paint Wonder Woman on here, but like make it kind of like modern art, like she'd be wearing a bandana and stuff like that. So here is the stencil of her silhouette. So I'm gonna spray paint this black today. I'm hoping this works because there are some fine details here and stuff. I have to make sure it's fully taped down because I don't want the spray paint to go anywhere else. You should be spray painting outside, which I usually would be doing. So what I'll do is I'll do it in here and I'll air it out. I'll open the doors and stuff. I highly recommend you do not spray paint inside. You do not want to breathe in these fumes. My biggest fear are these like flare outs where her hair sticks out. I just don't want the paint to get under there. All right, wish me luck, guys. We need to air this place out. When this dries, it'll be a matte finish. It'll be more like this. Starting to dry there. Good, baby, looking pretty good. I was a teenager. I was obsessed with Blink-182, as I still am. I had this office chair in my room that one day I decided to spray paint 182 on. So ridiculous. Guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting a headache. I'm gonna let this dry. So while that dries, which by the way, it looks so good. It actually worked out way better than I thought. The next issue is creating 4 other multi-layered stencils for this thing. I don't know. I want to show you guys. This was my first ever guitar. There was a video I did called like my 5 secrets I released or something like that. I can't remember. Talked about how I played Adam's song for the last time on my guitar before this became my brother's. This was the guitar. This is a good one. A lot of you guys have been asking for this type of video, which is like a day in my life. And I wouldn't say that this is like a normal day in my life, because every day is different. Every day is different. I'm not a huge fan of routine. And based on my last video, I'm also not a huge fan of change. Somewhere in the middle, if that makes sense, is where I kind of like to hang around. Guys, I never shared this story with you. I almost got in a fight yesterday at the Buffalo Bills game. My first ever NFL game, and almost ended in a fight. Let me explain. So there I was at my first ever NFL game, the Buffalo Bills. So everybody I told, I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to the Buffalo Bills game.
Oh my God, Dan, please be careful because the fans there are insane.
I walked right through the tailgating and man, oh my God. Anyways, we get to the game, did some tailgating, which was fun. By no means would I say that I was drunk or that my judgment was like questionable. Yeah, I had like a buzz going on, but it wasn't like, it wasn't so much that I was gonna do something that I wouldn't normally do if I was sober. We get to our seats, we watch the first quarter, amazing. Second quarter, amazing. Third quarter, freaking amazing. Fourth quarter, with 14 minutes left. I should mention that the 4 seats in front of me and my buddy Matt, who I went with, were open. Okay, the whole game they were open, so it was like a perfect view as well. But this dude decides to come. He's wearing a teal shirt. This guy decides to come and sit right in front of me, right in the seat in front of me. I'm not gonna say anything, that's totally fine. I knew that this probably wasn't his seat, whatever. I'm not the type that's gonna be like,
you can't stay here, this isn't your seat.
About a minute, 2 minutes go by, and like the Buffalo Bills brought on this soldier. He was like, it was like soldier recognition time in the game or whatever. So we all stand up, we're clapping. The guy beside us was like, hey man, thank you so much for standing. You're my Canadian boys. Thank you so much for standing for us Americans. And I'm like, oh, cool, man. Like, of course, I'm not just gonna sit down. That'd be rude, and it'd be awkward as hell. So anyways, he's like, you're my Canadian boys. Now this new guy sitting in front goes,
Canadian? I heard Canadian. Who's Canadian? What are you guys talking about? Canadian?
My buddy Matt was like,
oh yeah, we're from Canada, man. Like, he's just thanking us for standing up for the American soldier.
Oh, you guys are Canadian? Oh, okay.
I kid you not, like a minute to 2 minutes after that whole interaction happened, the guy stands up. The only guy in our entire section at this time of the game standing up, totally blocking the view. Couldn't see anything. At first, I'm like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm just gonna look around him, whatever. I don't wanna start anything. It got to the point where he started to go like this, put his arms up like this, started like swaying side to side. And I'm like, this guy has gotta be doing this shit on purpose. Needless to say, Matt and I started to kind of wear thin with what we would kind of let go here. This lady comes by and gives us pom-poms. They're like Buffalo Bill pom-poms that like when they score whatever, you shake them. I will admit, guys, I will admit that this part was Matt's fault. Okay, this was not handled correctly. He took his pom-pom and started getting closer and closer to the guy's head. Matt had his pom-pom going like right here at first. He had it shaking on top of his head. And then he just went like right, almost literally, probably touching his head. Sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. I knew it was a bad idea personally. I'm like, Matt, in all fairness, we probably should have asked him if he could sit down first, but whatever, we're now in this. So the guy goes like this. He was literally just staring at Matt because he knew Matt did it and Matt was kind of looking away. And then after a while, Matt's like, okay, fine. He's like, are you staring at me? The guy goes,
yeah, I'm staring at you.
And I'm like, oh my God, now it's getting heated. Again, guys, this was Matt's fault, but at the same time, I'm sorry, but this guy knew what he was doing. I don't know if it was because we were Canadian, but whatever his reason was, he did not need to be standing. He knew it. It started going like this, side to side. Like, it was intentional. He was looking for some sort of confrontation.
We're trying to see the game and you're standing up. You're blocking our entire view.
So you wave your pom-pom in my head? You think I'm gonna sit down after you do that?
You can do one of two things. One, you can stay standing up and be an asshole, or two, you can sit down and let us see the game. What I'm thinking is you're gonna be number one because you're an asshole.
I'm sitting there like, yo, what the hell, Matt? Like, where did this like thug styles come out of? So the guy turns back around to watch the game. Now at this point, this is where I kind of started to get frustrated. I'm like, man, come on, we can't see you're standing up. And he goes like this. Right when he turned around, I'm like, ah, shit, now he's coming after me, whatever, let's do this. So he goes,
please sit down.
I am sitting down.
You say, please sit down.
Okay, man, can you please sit down? He turns around, sits down. Matt then starts running his mouth again, saying, we won this time. Anyways, I just wanted to share that story on how my friend Matt almost got both of our asses beat at my first ever NFL game. I don't want you guys to think this is the final product, but this is the first layer. This is a silhouette, so this will be like her hair. Okay, so now that this is done, I gotta get home and do some other stuff, like more email-wise. It isn't as fun for you guys to watch, but let's go back to my house. Boom! And we're back to my house. Every day I send emails. There is a chunk of my day that I spend doing that every single day. There are days where it's definitely more frustrating than others. Today is one of those days. I guess some things that you guys don't know, like as a YouTuber, and if you guys were to ever like pursue being a social media content creator for a living, there are certain things that are pretty much guaranteed to happen to anybody. One of them is that every single day, multiple times a day, I get emails from companies overseas, a lot of the time it's in Asia, that are trying to get me to do stuff for them for free. For an example, I did a video a while ago on cell phone cases. Most of the companies that I'm referring to in this like aspect are cell phone case companies. They're like, hey, we have these great cell phone cases, we're gonna send you some, we just want you to do a review on them, and then we're square. First off, they never address me by my name. It's never hey Dan, or they never do their research to work with me. So that's one aspect of the things that I respond to in emails. Another one is like other networks that are looking to sign me to their network. It gets so hard, I don't know, as I get older, or like the longer I do this, it gets so much harder for me to hold my tongue and to stay out of confrontation or sort of drama. Just because, like, I look at people, they're either just not genuine, or they're taking advantage of somebody, or just like money is so apparent to them. Oh my god. Anyways guys, thank you so much. Today was a pretty chill day. I didn't really interact with many people. In fact, I didn't interact with anybody today so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel because it helps me out a ton. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.